and welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals of the StarCraft Evolution League number 7. It has been an intense and long broadcast so far, and we have reached our final two players. We've reached our final two, a Protoss and a Terran, Classic and a Spirit. This is a rematch, by the way. They faced off in the upper bracket finals previously, and it went 2-0 in favor of Spirit, but now we are here in a best of 5. Let's go. Let us go. Spawning in the bottom right corner of Neo Isles of Siren, we have the Polish Terran player, the Brood War Terran. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the SC2 Protoss. It is a Classic. And if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets, get your gamba going for who you think will claim this best of 5. Again, Classic, if he wins this series, he will have to win another best of 3. Spirit just has to win the one. Just has to win this one best of 5 to be our champion for the month of January. As a reminder, SCL, StarCraft Evolution League, used to be a bi-weekly tournament. No longer is the case. Now it is a monthly tournament, but the event itself has more prize money and has a double elimination format as well. So it is a bigger event to make up for that. And here we go. Welcome one and all to Neo Isles of Siren. What are we in? Welcome to an island map. I'll be honest, this is what I love. This is part of what I love the most, maybe one of the things I love the most out of StarCraft Evolution is the maps. I'll be honest, I love how diverse the maps have, or the map pool is, where if we have island bases are not a thing in SC2 for balance purposes, but here in StarCraft Evolution is very much so a thing. Island bases, pseudo-island maps as well. I mean, every single map has something quirky to it, and it's great to be able to experience these maps in some form or another, in one tournament or another, even though we don't get this in StarCraft 2. Now, for those that are curious, for those that are here for the first time, welcome one and all to Neo Isles of Siren. There are 4 bases. Here in the corner of the map, first things first, 4-player spawn map. That's another thing, right? We don't have 4-player spawn maps in SC2 anymore. You can load in, spawn in, top right, top left, bottom left as well. Neither player knows where the other is spawned in, so that is one factor coming into this. The other factor, of course, to be as greedy as possible. You have the natural, you have your third, and you have your 4th base, all on the same island, and you cannot actually traverse to the other islands without something like a Nidus Worm, Dropper Lords, Medevacs, dropships, shuttles, War Prisms, for example. Meanwhile, Robo Opener. This tells us Classic he's going to be opening up with the shuttle. So Robo Opener here at a Classic, Spirit opening up a double factory into Mech. Let's go. Mech is on the way from Spirit. He's going to be scouting with the racks, treating it like an Overlord. So he's going to be checking top right. Meanwhile, Classic with his proxy, he's going to be randomly actually going towards the right-hand side, and he will come across Spirit early on. Here comes that shuttle. Sorry, here comes a War Prism. For some reason, I was thinking that Classic was Brood War. But here comes a Prism to drop across the map, throwing down extra gateways. This is a 1-base all-in, by the way. He's going for a 4-gate 1-base all-in. He is committing, and again, Spirit has no idea. He's scouting in the wrong location. He doesn't know what's coming his way. He doesn't see. He does not know. Here we go. I kind of miss 4-player spawn maps. I've spoken about this before. I would love 3-player spawn maps. I think there is a place in proper like Legacy of Void for 3-player maps, 100%. Classic though, he checks up right. Wow, he's right there. Classic, he checks the wrong location. He's warping in towards top right instead. A bit of a misread here from Classic. I mean, I say misread, he doesn't know, right? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. And Classic is making his way towards the top right base. He's gonna find the racks, but not much else. Classic skirting around, gonna surprise nothing as there is no base there. He's getting ready. Another big warp in. Meanwhile, Spirit is just chilling. He's like making SCVs, throwing down more of his production, getting some more tanks, into more Goliaths, and then we go Classic. And now he knows. Now he sees that there's nothing here. And that's a little bit awkward. Yeah, now here we see the hallucination. He was so confident. He was so confident that he believed where Spirit was. Now we get the hallucination. And now he scouts. Now he confirms. Now he has spotted the bases of Spirit. He's making his way over. This is going to be a delayed all-in out of Classic. Remember, no expansion. 4 gates, 1 base all-in. And Spirit, what does he have to defend? Spirit, he has 2 tanks, no siege mode, right? No, sorry, he has it. He has siege mode. He has 2 tanks. He has a couple of Goliaths as well. Here comes the warp in. Spirit, he sees. He does see the army. He spots. Command center is cancelled. He was going for a 3rd CC. And Spirit, he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. Massive tank shots going up though. Oh my god, shutting down the stalkers. Remember, there's no blink. There is no blink. They do end up being elevated into the main. Elevator in. Prism being forced back. Poise being pulled once again. The tanks, they just shut down those stalkers so hard. Massive tank shots going up the Delta. They get on top of the tanks. 1 tank goes down. 2nd tank goes down. But no more stalkers. Here comes another warp in. The Prism falls. No more reinforcements. And Spirit, he's barely holding on here. I say barely. Maybe barely not. This is all that's left though. 4 stalkers remain. Wraith has arrived, making whatever he can. Here comes the surround. There's 2 stalkers left, and Spirit holds. Spirit, he holds, and then what did he lose? He lost 7 SCVs. 8 SCVs still has a better economy. Greater economy for Spirit. Spirit, he's further ahead. We have a backup War Prism on the way. Oh, Wraith goes down. Nice pickup. The Wraith would have been necessary here to deny the Prism. Not anymore. 1 stalker survives. And the all-in continues. The all-in does continue. Spirit, he survives the first wave. But now he's down to 1 tank. He's down to 1 tank. The 2nd wave is coming. And Spirit, he might not have enough. Again, if the Wraith had survived, he could deny this. Or he could try to, I should say. Making more Wraiths. Will zone away. Again, just zoning away the War Prism. At least Spirit is aware. He's setting up his 2nd tank. Meanwhile, Classic making his way towards the main. Another warp in. More Zealots. Prism dips in. Oh, sorry, the Wraith dips in. Hallucinates the Archons. Boys are being pulled away. And they have to be pulled to protect that tank. Tank boys going off on the Stalkers. Hallucination goes down. Prism survives. Prism does survive, and so many SCVs fall. This is getting out of hand. And Classic, again, he may just have enough. Ooh, tank boys forcing friendly fire. Oh, the Prism. Oh, does fall once again. No more reinforcements. Spirit, he barely maintains a worker lead. Classic, he wants that tank. He wants it. Oh my god, the repairs are too good though. Yeah, the repairs are too good. The tank survives. And Spirit holds. He holds once again, but this time he loses 23 SCVs. That was a lot of workers going down. And here comes wave number 3. Here comes the 3rd wave. Would you have another Prism on the way in production? The all-in continues. Still no expansion. One way or another, either Classic, he kills Spirit, or he dies trying. There's sentries, yes, but they're gonna shut this down. The sentries, they're too good. they took with the Wraith to death. Oh, there's a Goliath though. Got Spirit buying more time. Now there's a dropship. He can micro. He can control. Gets caught out of position though. Yeah, the Goliath is exposed. Tank as well. Tank is gonna go down. Massive pickup. And Spirit's in trouble. Dropship should fall. Oh, barely does get it. Nice tank line though. Tanks, they protect the mineral line. Spirit making more SCVs. Building up a greater mech army. Once again, Classic pushing towards the main. This time we have 5 tanks to defend, but where's that buffer? Where's that support? We have to pull the boys. They're a little bit late to be pulled. They come in. First tank is going to be targeted. But now this time we hold. Yeah, we hold. A much stronger defense this time here from Spirit. He shuts down the army. There's nothing left. And GG gets called. Spirit, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Spirit, he will take a lead. Again, a very clean defense towards the end. The first and second wave, it was much closer, don't get me wrong. And remember, a big part of that defense as well, Classic, he was so sure of himself. He committed so hard to attacking top right. Like he had sentries. He could hallucination. He could have hallucinated the scout. He chose not to scout. He chose not to hallucinate. He committed so hard. There was nothing there. Then he had to figure out where he was headed. And this gave Spirit so much time to build up his tank count, to build up his Goliaths as well. Is that the reason why he defended? It's a part of the reason, of course. Like, not saying that it was 100% defense because of that. It was still very close, and even if Classic had hit earlier, it's not a sure thing. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. Whew. Spirit takes the lead in the series. Does take a lead, and now we are making our way into game number 2. It's going to be on Whispers of Gold. And as a reminder, Spirit, he has not dropped a single map in this tournament. Not dropped a single map. Is that going to continue? Is he going to go undefeated? Are we going to see a perfect victory here for Spirit? Mate, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. We're getting into our next game. And we'll see if Spirit can be brought down. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the Polish Terran player, the Red Terran, leading the series 1-0. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Brood War Protoss player. Down in the series. Can he bounce back? It is Classic. This time switching to Brood War. This time Spirit is playing SC2. Okay. Now, I'll be honest, I do favor Spirit's Brood War Terran against Classic's SC2 Protoss. But as a reminder, this is a Classic's map choice. Or I should say, sorry, the vetoes are done. It is his choice to play Brood War instead, which I think is it a wise choice? It's hard to say. I mean, Spirit's just so good. is the problem. He's a beast. He's an animal. Again, he's top 2 player in StarCraft Evolution. So, we'll see what Classic has in store for us. Once again, though, to reiterate, when it comes to this matchup, when it comes to this style, we expect to see Dragoon. We expect to see a Dragoon-based opener into Reavers. It is kind of the go-to in this matchup. We'll see if Classic does shake it up. If you remember, on Citadel against Milky Cow, we did see Classic go Dragoon into Charge, into delayed Reaver production, so he can mix it up, but I believe that was because of how large Citadel was as a map. On a smaller map like Whispers of Gold, which is, I would say, the smallest map in the map pool, I expect to see us not to really cut that many corners and rush into Charge the way that he did on the larger map. So we're expecting Dragoon into Reaver. We'll see if that's the case. Meanwhile, from Spirits, what are we going for? For now, we're going for a Rax Expand, economic build here out of Spirit, going for a Delayed Factory. So, Delayed Factory from our Terran. Into a more economic build. Could have transitioned during the second wave. If you're referring to, because it was the second assault when Classic killed over 20 SCVs, where he did cripple the economy. Potentially, I mean, like, he's still behind, right? Like, you could argue he could transition at that point, but he would still be behind because even though they're similar worker-wise, like, Spirit still had 2 CCs, so he's still making 2 workers at a time. So he still would have been ahead. So that's why it's like a really rough position to be in from Classic. Is like, do I play from behind or do I just commit to the all-in, right? It's a hard call to make, and neither one is ideal. Regardless, Classic is moving out. Does threaten the low ground. Meanwhile, Spirit will be able to shut down that initial slaughter with Dragoon, at least trying to, getting a lot of hull damage. Dragoon does get away. Good control so far. There's that robo follow-up. Again, we're assuming this is going to be a robo into a bay into Shuttle and Reaver, is what we assume. Spirit behind this, getting to a 1-1-1. First tank has arrived, and he has control of the high ground. Tank will siege. Dragoons, they're trying to go for the mineral line. Alas, I didn't get a single SCV nor yet, but Dragoons are out of range of the tank. Okay, they stay out of range. They deny mining. Mining is denied. And Marines are going to be able to collapse on this. Yeah, they set this around. This is brutal. 1, 2, 3 Dragoons. Classic. He got too excited. He got a little bit too greedy there. He was lured in. He got surrounded. It was a trap. And these are brutal losses here for Classic. Not like this. Has to back off. Spirit has the high ground. And that was, what, 3 Dragoons for 1 SCV and 4 Marines. Expensive losses here for Classic. Behind this, as we mentioned, there's a shuttle, there's the bay, into Reavers. Into Reaver draw play. So the Reaver drops are coming. That potential. The shuttle is rallied across the map, but should be coming back soon, hopefully, here to pick up the Reaver. Actually going for the initial... Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh! Okay, pulls away in time. Whew, thankfully does pull away in time. Doesn't get caught out. But we'll distract the Bio Army at least. Marines getting in position. Shuttle taking a lot of hits. Oh. Classic is playing with fire right now. He's playing with a lot of fire. He has to get out of here. Has to pull away. Dragoons, they try to intercept. Marines, they dive in. Tank as well. Classic is getting caught out. Losing another Dragoon. Another Dragoon does fall. Reaver has right back at home. Up, he's waddling in. Reaver shot goes up. Gets a Marine. Nice spread. Yeah, Spirit force a spread, force a split. Another Reaver shot is not going to go off. Reaver goes down. Massive pickoff. And Classic is in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. The tanks, they will siege. The third base is under fire. Dragoons coming in from behind. But they get shut down. They get shut down. There's another Reaver on the way. But Classic is up against the wall. He's in trouble here. Liberator into the main with 7 probes going down. Liberator goes down, but brutal pickups here. Brutal damage. Classic will catch reinforcements. We'll get a tank. And almost a Viking. But the base goes down. The third base does fall. Massive pickup here. 4 spirits. And he wants more. The Reaver shot. Oh! Reconnection. Reconnection here on the Bayou. A lot of Marines do go down, but he's going for the kill. He's going for the natural. Doesn't really have much to reinforce. Takes down the Reaver. Reaver goes down. Classic will clean this up. But this was worth it for Spirit. This was well worth it. He killed a base. He killed 2 Reavers. How many Stalkers? Sorry, how many Dragoons went down? 11. 11 Dragoons fell. And Classic, he has to counterattack. He has to do something across the map. Back at home, tanks are set. You have a tank on the high ground, tank on the low ground. Third CC's on the way. Classic looking for a way in. He's denied. Yeah, the positioning here is too good. And Spirit is ahead. Spirit, he does have a very nice lead here. Oh. Classic is being forced further back. He's going to be forced further back. Behind this, working towards charge. Shuttle speed. Into more zealots, into a more gateway heavy composition. We can see Classic double expanding. He has to do something drastic here to catch up. Oh, God. Another Dragoon falls. Oh, Reaver set up for a flank. Oh, massive connection. Very nice catch. Marines, they sim in. They do catch the Reaver, though. Still not a bad trade. He wants a prism. So he wants a shuttle, I should say. Shuttle goes down. Stalkers, Dragoons, they do go for a counterattack. God, I keep saying the wrong name. I do apologize. Dragoons, they're coming in. You know what it is? It's the map. It's the setting. Whispers of gold. What are you doing here? Nah. We're taking the lead in the series. That's what we're doing. Dragoons get cleaned up. And we'll see if Classic can hold. See if he can survive here. As tanks are sieging. Reaver has arrived. Oh, he stims in! And he gets the Reaver. Massive snipe. A brutal pickup. As Classic is down to 0 Reavers. Down to 0, soon to be 1. Reavers on the way. Reavers in production. Spirit moving in. forcing his way forward. Zelsei do catch reinforcements though. One tank goes down. Very nice around. As Zelsei pick off more units. Another tank falls. Very nice engage here by Classic. Taking down 2 tanks, and then he zooms up. May they be zooming? Jesus. Zelsei so fast. Classic is holding on. Rear shot goes off. Decent connection. Spirit forces spread. Forces spread out. But Lassie will catch out that Reaver once again. There's just no escape, no shuttle either. And the Zelsei were cleaned up. There's nothing else left here for Classic. He had an impressive fight, he had an impressive surround, but he's still too far behind. Spirit just has so much momentum going his way. As another Reaver has arrived, Zelsei massing up. And this is going to be the final stand for Classic. Dives on the tanks. Gets 1, gets 2. Reaver shot goes off as well, but there's just a sea of Terran. Just a sea of bio here. GG gets called, and Spirit, he will take a 2-0 lead in the grand finals. GG. Spirit does take a lead here. And again, Spirit, he is 1 game away from becoming our champion. One more. And again, we had some big names in this tournament. I mean, Classic as well. Classic, one of the stronger Protoss players out there in StarCraft 2. Shin as well. Like Shin, he's been recently defeating MaxPax, defeating Clem. Like Shin has been on fire, at least in SC2. But this is why at the start of the tournament we did emphasize, despite the form of Classic and Shin in SC2, this is not StarCraft 2. This is StarCraft Evolution. This is a different kind of beast, a different format, different game mode. And alas, some things don't necessarily translate over to others. And this is where Spirit shines. This is where Spirit has been shining over the others. And again, I keep saying that Spirit is the number 2 player. For those that maybe didn't watch the full championship, the champion of, you know, the previous league, the previous kind of season of StarCraft Evolution was Dark. Dark was the champion. It was Dark over Spirit in the finals. But again, nowadays, Dark, he is kind of taking a bit of a step back. You know, Dark, his military service is on the horizon. In the absence of Dark, I mean, that's where Spirit rises, right? Like, Spirit technically could be considered number 1. As Dark, he's looking to, again, soon to encroach the military. Has said that himself. Regardless, here we go. We're getting into game number 3. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping for a longer series. I want some more games, Pappy, but the pressure is on. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Leylines, we have the Polish Protoss player, the Brood War Protoss. The Polish Terran player, the Brood War Terran. I'm just used to saying Polish and Protoss in the same line. It's I'm thinking of Geralt, Pappy. Leading the series 2-0, 1 game away from becoming our champion this month. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the SC2 Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss. He's up against the wall. He has to fight back here and now to have a chance at becoming the champion. It is Classic. We go. As Spirit, CC first. Let's go. CC first out of Spirit before the gas, before the racks. Very greedy opener here from our Terran player. But again, this is what Spirit is known for. He's known for his greed whenever he can get away with it. Now, Classic is aware. We'll see if he can attempt to punish. Of course, factory and tank production is going to be delayed, so we could see Classic be more aggressive early on with Dragoons and potentially have more success with it. As welcome one and all to Leylines. Leylines is a larger map compared to Whispers of Gold, so slightly longer rush distance to get across the map. It's going to be slightly longer. Behind this gateway into Cybercore. Sorry, I keep just assuming that Classic is playing Brood War as well. SE2, so no Dragoon Rush, so I should rectify that. Of course. Getting to his own gate expand into Cybercore. And we'll see what Classic can get done. No proxy, no pylon. No setup across the map. As the Marine will zone away. And we have our Stargate open out of Classic. Let's go. Stargate, I would imagine, to Oracle. Meanwhile, Spirit doing what he does best here when it comes to Brood War PvT. Mech. He's meching it up. It is his go-to in this matchup, and he does very well with it. Infamously, he took down Skillus in the previous season of SEL. With Mech, with Mass Goliath, of course. Less viable nowadays. But we'll see if he can keep up with Classic. Bear in mind that Spirit has not SCV scouted. No SCV scouts, no other vision whatsoever here. So he actually has no idea that the Oracle's on the way. He has no idea he needs anti-air. For now, getting into Marine, getting into Mass Vulture. Vultures do not shoot up. Armory's on the way for the Vulture speed upgrade. But what's the anti-air? How do we defend against the Oracle? And can Classic gain a lead? I think he can. Oracle's moving out. Spirit has no idea. He has no vision. The Marines are out on the map as well, so even less anti-air. But he is making a Goliath. No shot just in time. The Goliath's in production. It's halfway through. It's halfway done. Oracle dives in. Hits the main. SCVs are going to be going down. Not a single SCV goes. Oh my god, they're just so much more tankier. Not a single SCV kill, and the Dragoons, sorry, the Vultures, they dive into the mineral line. They can one-shot probes. 2 of them, I mean. And so far, 7. Up to 8 probes going down. Up to 9. He's not done. 10. 10 probe kills the Oracle across the map. Does get 2 SCVs. Only 2. Spirit, he defends, and he wreaks havoc across the map. Again, 2 Vultures. That's all you need to one-shot workers. The Oracle was lackluster. There was potential, but only 2 SCVs. And Spirit takes a lead. Spirit does take a lead. It's not over yet, though. Second Oracle has arrived. So Classy can dive into that mineral line. Can and will. Gets 1. Just the 1, though. 1 SCV going down. Classic, he does delay the expansion, at least. Delays the CC. And hoping to force a cancel. We'll see if he can. Trying to lure Spirit out. Spirit massing up more Goliaths. Turrets on the way. The CC getting very late. It's going to be cancelled. It's going to be denied. Massive pickoff. Spirit going to be contained to 2 bases. Once again, going Mass Goliath. Trying to hold on. Boys are being pulled to repair. And repair they do. 1 Goliath goes down for a Stalker. You know, Oracles are coming from behind. They hit the production. Going for the machine shop. Hoping to delay the tank. Catching Goliath as well. Goliath going down. More SCV kills, not bad. But the tank has arrived. Oof. And Spirit will hold. Still a messy fight though, still a chaotic defense. As in total, 10 probes did go down, but for 8 SCVs. Again, very necessary pickoffs here from Classic. Does make up for his losses. Blinks into the main. Blink is done. Dives in, delays CC once again, gets a tank. And Spirit is being pulled apart. Classic, he's finally fighting back. He's wreaking havoc. Dives further in. Gets 6 SCV kills. Again, the Oracles were lackluster, but the Blink Stalkers, they got so much more done. And they can rotate. They rotate down to low ground. Tanks out of position. And Spirit's being pulled apart. Keep going, Pappy. Keep going. Boys are being pulled. 1 tank falls. He gets 1. He gets almost 2. Almost 2 tanks. Tries to dive in once again. Unable to. Spirit's holding. He's barely holding on. Stasis dealt with. 9 more CV kills. And Spirit is trying to stabilize. He's getting there. Once again, high ground vision. Diving into the main. Once again, delaying the CC. At least trying to. Boys are being pulled. Spirit getting supply block. Tanker is down. There's still a rough defense here for Spirit. But he will hold though. Yeah, there's no way out here. There's no way out. The Stalkers are going to be completely shut down. But behind this, what's important? Third Nexus. Third and even a fourth Nexus on the way. Classic taking that economic lead. He might lose everything here, but again, he's gonna have the greater economy. We have Charge on the way, +1. Immortal production. Temple Archive just now finishing up as well for Archons for Storm. Stasis delays the third. We will land though. Does land. And we'll see if Spirit can counterattack. I mean, that's a pretty hefty army. What do we have to defend? We have 1 Immortal. We have a couple of Stalkers. Oracle zoned away. Ah, but the last Spirit is still lacking those upgrades. It will stay back. And now we have a game. We have a back and forth. Classic looking very comfortable. It might not look the case here, where Classic is only up like, what, 10 supply, if that. But what's important here is the tech. Because of all the freedom, Classic getting a 4th base means a greater saturation, means faster probing. Likewise, +2 is on the way with the Forges, working in the Temple Archives. More tech, more upgrades. Charge is done. And Classic, he wants to go for the kill here and now. Some of these tanks are unsieged. Spirit moving in. He will get eyes on this. Just barely, but will it matter? Cells they charge in. Tank boys going up, but the tanks are exposed. And they're going down one after the other. The tank line does crumble. And Classic, he does it. He breaks through, and we will make Spirit bleed. It's not going to be one-sided. GG gets called, and Classic, he fights back. He puts a point on the board. Whew, GG. Classic able to bounce back here. Again, the initial Oracle harass was lackluster, but the Blink Stalkers popped off. He got so many SCV kills, he delayed the third base time and time again, and he was able to rotate between the bases, just pulling Spirit apart left and right. Whew, just making use of that greater mobility. And with that, GG. We have a series. We have a chance. Classic now 1 game away from forcing the ace match. Let's go. That's all we want, Pappy. Give us the ace. Bring us to game 5. Bring us to that final game. Here we go. Here we go. Looks like our next game is going to be on Citadel, one of the larger maps, if not the largest map in the map pool. Let's go. Here we go. Getting to Citadel here, and again, it is going to be now Spirit's choice when it comes to his race, and actually Spirit is falling back on SE2. Okay, so Spirit is going to be rocking the StarCraft 2 Terran race, meanwhile Classic going to be rocking the Brood War Protoss race. Let's go. Let us go. So I was just trying to catch up here on some of those balance changes that did occur. We barely cast any Zerg today, unfortunately. Next time, we'll try to follow like 3-point or Shin. Today's been all about the TvPs, the Terrans, and the Protoss. And here we go. We're loading into game number 4 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Citadel. We have the Polish Terran player, the Red Terran, the SE2 Terran, I should say, still 1 game away from becoming our champion. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brood War Protoss player from South Korea. looking to tie things up. Did put a point on the board, but he has to win one more game here to force the ace match. It is a Classic. The pressure is on, and Classic is setting up a proxy in the center of the map. Now, this is a risky maneuver here. Very risky. Welcome. 1-0 to Citadel. Citadel is a very large map in the map pool, and is a 4-player map as well. You can spawn in top right, top left, and bottom right as well. 4 possible locations, and Classic is going for the all-in. Proxy 2 gate here in the center. He's scouting bottom left. He rolls the dice. He rolls well. He will confirm the location of Spirit. Meanwhile, I'm sure Classic was hoping the Spirit was going to go CC first again. This time, he doesn't. He goes for a Rax expand instead. Standard opener out of Spirit. Not a greedy one. And Classic, as a result, this won't be as successful. Can still pop off. But he was hoping for a command center. He's hoping for the CC. But now the probe is going to be forced back. Zelts are on the way. Gases are being taken behind this. Going for the Cyber Core. Into Dragoon. Classic, he will delay the command center for as long as possible. Spirit is still in the dark. Spirit, he still does not know what's going on. Will open up Reaper to scout. There's that CC. He needs to figure out what's happening. As the pylon is cancelled. Zelts are amassing as we speak. And the Reaper is forced to chase down that probe, which means the Reaper is going to be out of position, does not scout where he needs to. Tracking him out. Dragoons are amassing. And Spirit, he's going to be in trouble here. As again, just gets dragged out into the middle of nowhere. Racing back home. Zealots have arrived. And Spirit, he has the bunker in production. Bunker, it's too late. It just started. the bunker just started. No shot. Here comes the army. Here come the Dragoons. Zealots have arrived as well. And without a bunker, how does Spirit hold? How can he defend? The boys are being pulled. He has the high ground advantage. True. Does have the high ground. Reaper races past. Getting on top of the Zealots. First Zealot goes down. But the Dragoons, they focus down that Reaper. Second Zealot will fall, but doesn't matter. As Dragoons, they pop off. We have 2 more on the way. And Classic, he may have just done it. And there's just no production. There's 1 Marine being built at a time. There's 1 Widow Mine. The supply advantage is just far too great. Oh! Mine shot going up. Not quite. Yeah, nice movement here by Classic. Widow Mine will zone away. That's already 12 SCV kills. Spirit falling behind. And still no natural. He has no expansion. Oh, dust around the Dragoon though. Dragoon is surrounded. Barely does go down. There's a cancel. And Spirit, what can he do from here? He's trying to rebuild that CC. He's stuck on 1 base. And now Classic can expand. Classic from here, he can expand. Assuming he does though. Where are we headed? What's going on? He might just commit into the 1 base all in. And it looks like he will. Okay, never mind. He will commit. He's got 6 Dragoons. Matchup's going up. Decent connections. The last Dragoons, they do survive. And again, there's just nothing here. there's just no army. There's nothing in the main base of Spirits. The boys are being pulled, but last are not going to be as effective. And Classic, he gambled here with the cheese, with the proxy. He gambles well. And he will cheese the hell out of Spirits. Denying the add-ons. The tank will force the Protoss back. The Dragoons, they target fire, and they do bring down the tank. GG gets called, and we will be making our way to the ace match. Classic ties it up. We're going to game 5. Whew, GG. Again, a risky build there out of Classic, going for the proxy in the center of the map. Alas, Spirit had no idea. He did not scout. He gets punished for it against Spirit. He's known for his greed. I'm sure that Classic was hoping for a CC first, but we'll see if Spirit can bounce back, because we have found our way to the ace match. Let's go. And if Classic wins this game, then he will force a best of 3. If Spirit wins this game, the tournament ends. Oh boy. So the pressure is still on Classic. Spirit, meanwhile, still has a bit of a safety net. Does have that safety net. Dragoon Cheese, yeah, 2-gate all in. 2-gate 1-base all in here from Classic. Just able to overwhelm with those Dragoons. And the final game of this series is going to be on Sylphid. Oh boy. It's going to be a 3-player spawn map. And as we load into a 3-player spawn map, the chances of there being an all-in here is much lower now, as it's a little easier to scout, a little easier to recognize what's going on. So I'm curious how Classic will adjust. I'm curious. Here we go. As we're loading into the final map of the series. Again, after having a 2-0 lead, Classic, no fear. No fear, and again, no holds bar either. He's clawing his way back into this. Can he pull off the reverse sweep? It's so difficult to pull off, but he's so close to achieving that as spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Sylphid. We have the StarCraft 2 Terran player. Once again, geez, the lighting on these maps, mate. Oh my god, everything's so bright. So vibrant. We have the Polish Terran player. It is Spirit. And spawning in the top left-hand corner on in the top side, top half of the map, we have the South Korean Protoss, the Brutal Protoss player. Clawing his way back into this, winning 2 games in a row. Can he win 3? It is Classic. Again, Spirit had a dominant start to the series, but both Game 3 and Game 4, Classic, he just ramped up the aggression. He tried to end Spirit before he could get his economy going. In the mid-game into the late game, that is where Spirit can thrive, and Classic has been avoiding that as much as possible. Can he do it again? So we are loading into Sylphid. This time, no proxy. This time, the gateway back at home. Classic is setting up. Likewise, Spirit also not going for CC first, going for a Rax Expand. Economic opener out of Spirit. And Classic, that is a Nexus before Cybercore. So economic build out of Classic as well. Does go for a more greedy start. Moving out with his probe scout, and once again, the luck here. Let's go. Will scout bottom right first, and he will find Spirit. So Classic is going to be the first to scout, the first to be aware. And Spirit is not. Getting to his 1-1. Green moving out. Oh, we have the Kakaro. Ah. Oh no. As Spirit looks like he will check the top side as well. We'll check the top side of Sylphid. He will find Classic. Classic opening up Dragoon. Into Dragoon range, of course. Spirit moving out. Spots a pylon.
Additional supply depots required.
So both players, they scout each other. Spirit gets the hell out of there. Back at home. Spirit building up. Getting to his 1-1-1 into what looks to be a mine drop setup. Interesting. I would assume mine drop. Technically, Spirit, he could go Reactor Marine, Widowmine, and send everything across the map instead. For something more committed. We'll see. As the Dragoon does waddle across the map. Takes down the Scouting Marine. Bunker is not ready. Well, there's no bunker on the low ground. Widowmine will zone away. Takes a lot of hits. Oh, up, up, up. Oh my god. Classic, be careful. As he does, he actually can make a pass. Second Dragoon has arrived. Probe coming in to reinforce. To actually bait out the mine shot. Okay, committed. There's Young Burrow. Widowmine pulls away, but the Widowmine is going to be targeted down. It does fall. And without that bunker, Spirit, he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. Tank is on the way. Spirit pulling back. Tank has arrived. And will force this back. There's the siege. Whew, Spirit holds. Get a very clutch hold here from Spirit. Bleeding out with 3 Marines and a Widowmine. Behind this, Classic rushing into a third base. Very fast expansion here out of Classic. Going 2 gates, Robo into a third, and this time not going into a shuttle, this time working towards faster charge. So Forger +1, Citadel for charge. So going for a very gateway heavy composition. No Reavers. Spirit's moving out. Does push early on, bold move. Behind this, that is a tech, once again going Banshee, that is a tech lab on the starport. He wants the Banshees. I mean, that won him game 1 and game 2, to be honest. Was the Banshee play. Meanwhile, this time Classic does have the observatory. Main armies, they do pass by each other. Dragoons, they move out towards bottom left. And the main army does hit the natural. Classic forces turn around. It's racing back home. Probes are falling. Scan reveals only 2 Dragoons. Spirit should be aware that the army is missing. Dragoons are racing back. Tanks do siege. Spirit is trying to get in position to protect the tanks. Does pull back. Points are being pulled as well. First tank goes down. And Classic will clean this up. As he trades though, does lose a lot of workers. 5 probes falling. Spirit pulling away. He's being overwhelmed. Spirit trying to make a stand. Alas, won't be able to. Going to be losing everything here. The range is crazy. Yeah, the Marines, they completely cleaned up. And Spirit is in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble here. As charge now completes, the final tank goes down, and that might just get that's game. That might just be game here. What is it to defend? There's 1 tank, no bunker, and no bunker to defend. We're trying to hold the line. Dragoons are forced back, just barely. Spirit is holding, but this is a rough hold for Spirit. Clutch wall off. Boys are being pulled to defend. Tank does focus on those Dragoons. Gets 1. Gets 2. Gets 2 Dragoons. Banshee forced to reveal itself. There's a Banshee across the map. Get some probe kills. Okay. Damage is being done. Denying mining time, getting 5 probes. Spirit, he's still in this game. Still in this. Catching even more workers. Cloak is activated. We do have the observer now coming in. The Banshee will get away just barely. Meanwhile, another Banshee hits the third base. Oh my god, we are popping up! Once again, the Banshees! They get 14 probes. Finally, 1 Banshee goes down. And Classic will hold. But that lead that Classic once had is not as large as it once was. Now, what I will say is that Spirit, his tank count was reset time and time again. Like, Spirit, his main army is still very much so lacking. But at least Classic's economy is not what it should be. Spirit, oh! Losing both Banshees. Third Banshee has arrived. Scan into the natural. Classic not quite in position. Once again, probe damage. The observer's here. This time the observer's ready. I just realized the zealots. Oh my god. Spirit pulls away. Storm is in production for Classic. Meanwhile, Spirit back at home. We should be working towards a 3rd CC. There it is, 3rd CC now being floated over. Stim is now done, and we've made our way into the mid-game. It's been a while. Again, the last 2 games were very intense, very chaotic. Now we finally get the mid-game between Spirit and Classic. We're here. We are here. Like that storm is finishing up. Eventually working towards those shuttles. Spirit walling up and walling up. Now sensor towers trying to slow down the game. Turrets as well. And this series has been very chaotic. We might for the first time be getting into the mid game and even getting towards the late game. We've never really had 4 base versus 4 base. Not in this series so far. We're getting there. There's the Stalkers, right? The Dragoons. Baby Dragoons. But I apologize for misspeaking a couple of times. Do apologize. And here we go. There's 3 High Templar in that shuttle. Storms are ready. He's going for the mineral line. How quickly does Spirit react? Workers are exposed. He's coming in. Up. And Spirit for now doesn't pull away. Massive storm does pop up. Shuts down the mineral line. 15 SCVs. Oh my god. 18. 18 workers going down. The economy gets crippled in the blink of an eye. And the High Templar, they get away. They do get away. Again, Spirit not paying attention. He was focusing elsewhere. As he moves out, Classic is getting ready here for the base raid. He's ready for the counterattack. Army gets spotted. Uh-oh. Who catches who? Massive EMP. EMP pops up. Classic being forced back. He just stormed, so the High Templar need more time. Don't have much energy. Small High Templar behind this. More storms. Spirit's moving out. He has a massive army. He's down in the economy, but the army is where he does excel. And Spirit, he's committing. And Classic is going to be stuck behind the army. He's being out positioned. Who out positions who? Oh. Tanks are protected by the mines. Zeltec has reinforcements, 2 widow mines and a medevac. Mines just going off, brutal connections. Yeah, Zelts are going down, but so do the tanks. Tanks also fall, massive storms popping up. And the army stacking. Yeah, the army does stack massive connections. And Spirit loses everything. The entire army just crumbles. Oh my god. The storms. They're crazy. Again, Brood War storms, they hit different. They hit very different. They completely shut down the Terran. And Spirit, he escapes with 1 medevac. 1 medevac survives. He was trapped. He couldn't escape, and Spirit back at him. What does he have? What does he have left? He has a handful of units, a couple of Marines, a couple of Marauders. He plummets in supply. And Classic is running away with this. The comeback was real. Remember, Spirit, he was up 2-0. He was up 2-0 in this series. And Classic, he brought it back. With mainly aggressive builds, to be fair. With mainly all-ins. But did bring it back. And now Spirit, he's hurting. There's not much left. Medevac goes down to the Corsair. Spirit trying to escape. Still have plenty of storms. And just Spirit just doesn't really have much of him to defend. He goes for a drop across the map instead. Getting what he can. Takes down the Corsair. But Classic can just keep going in. He can just keep pushing. Spirit going for desperation drops instead. Is getting some probe kills. Oh my god, the storms! They just keep coming! Storm from the main even. Storm popping up. Carriers now on the way, +1 air attack. Spirit going for another drop. Doing everything he can to just force Classic back home. Trying to go for the expansion, won't quite get it. Going for the mineral line. I mean, he's getting some probe kills, don't get me wrong. 11 probes. Nice EMP on the High Templar. Black Wedge dropping back in. Classic trying to keep up. Trying. Oh, the expansion is going to fall though. Not bad. Security gets the Nexus. 15 probes. Going for another triple drop as well. Oh god, this time the Classic is ready. Classic, he's had enough of these drops. He's in position. Spirit heads towards the main, where carriers are building up. Drops out. Spirit has to race back home. Oof. And Marauders are getting caught out. Double drop into the main. Carrier is ready. They're making one intercept at a time. True. Drops they come back in. Classic out of position. No shot. Interceptors are going down. Storm pops up. Zones away Spirit. The carriers, they survive. Despite that, going for the fleet beacon. As Spirit, mate, he was down 60 supply, by the way. Like 50 or 60 supply. He was down and out, but he's coming back in. Sniping bases, getting mineral lines. The main army does push out. This base towards top left is exposed. There's no recall. Remember, there is no recall for Brutal Protoss. Classic out of position. He's here at the natural. This base should go down. But Classic, he responds. He's coming. And remember, he still has storms. 17 probe kills. The drops continue. Drops being cleaned up. Shows the storms. Woodmine's going up. Decent connections. There's 2 High Templar in that shuttle. Coming in. Oh! Oh my god. First storm does miss. Second storm as well. The mines! Mines just shut down the shuttle. Shuttle does fall. High Templar going down as well. Nice cut and nice snipe. A very nice snipe here by Spirits. Ooh, storm does connect. There's still more High Templar behind this, and Spirit has to pick up. He has to get the hell out of here. And will escape. Remember, no blink. There's no blink. There's no way to chase us down. Not as effectively. Spirit moving in once again. Spirit, he's back in this. How? He was dead. He was out of this. He was down at least 50 supply. Ooh, we'll lose the medevac. Medevac goes down. Rushing into the natural once again. Classic out of position. Spirit abusing the immobility here of Brutal Protoss. He cannot keep up. Base goes down. Fleet beacon to survive. Upgrades it finish. He wants the carrier. He wants it. He's going to get it as well. He should get it just barely. Barely nuts. The carrier does make it out. Oh my god. On 1 HP. Oh my, it goes down. The carrier falls to 1 Marine. Oh my god, the drops are cleaned up. Spirit once again, he plummets in supply. That Doom drop here on the left hand side, it got cleaned up. It fell. It was chased down by the carrier. Classic, he's back in this, back in the driver's seat. Spirit, it was impressive, very impressive. Spirit just pushing left and right. Pulling Classic apart, but only for so long. And here he comes, this time with carrier. He's got 3 carriers. He's got 3 High Templar. Losing those drops was brutal. And Spirit should not be able to survive this. He shouldn't be able to hold. We're going for the base trade. We are moving out. Knocking down the racks. Oh, there are storms to defend. Baits out one of the storms. It does bait one out. Planetary should fall. And the base trade is the only way. It's the only way for Spirit to win this game. And even then, so much is working against him. As the planetary crumbles, as we get into this, a big shout out to, oh my god, a big shout out to Acer313. Oh my god, God, Bobby, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. As again, the base trade is upon us, and Classic, there's nothing stopping him. He can't push into the main. With 5 carriers, he has more than enough. He has Storm as well. There is an army waiting for him. Spirit is turning back around. And this is the final stand of Spirits. This is all he has left. Coming in for that. Does graze the army with an EMP. Merely only graze. He's trying to evacuate. The Great Migration does pull out. Trying to escape with as much as he can. Oh, not bad. Preserves as much of his army. Oh. But again, all it takes is a couple of storms. A couple of well-placed storms. Speaking of, oh my god! He stands in it! He stands in the storms! Oh my god, even the Marauders! Not like this, Pappy. They're not SC2 storms. They hit different. They hit different. Yeah, and Spirit, he's out of it. I mean, there's what? The final orbitals are going down. The final buildings are being chased. takes down the natural. Again, a very impressive performance here by Spirit. He almost caught his way back into this despite being so far behind. It was crazy. But the storms, they proved too much. As he does dive in, once again, chasing down the army. He can boost the wave. He's gonna have to. Takes down the Archon. Metaverse the falling though. GG gets called, and Classic, he will take the series at 3-2, forcing the final best of 3. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. Classic, he will claim it in the end. He will take the 3-2. But we are not done. We are not done here. Nowhere near, as we have another series coming up ahead of us. Why do we have another series? Because Spirit, he came from the upper bracket. He came from the upper bracket. Spirit, he did not drop a single map coming into the finals. Everything changed though as Classic. He was able to barely fight back. He was able to bring it back here, bring it home. Does take a 3-2. That means we have one final series to end it all. It's all on the line here. One final best of 3. It's all here on the line for Spirit and Classic. Let's go. They're redoing their vetoes and resetting the series. Oh my god. Do storms do friendly fire? They do, they do. I love the storm animations. I do as well. Honestly, like the Brood War storms look so much more intense. They look so much more threatening as well. I don't know what it is, but I guess because the lightning bolts are more defined. When it comes to SE2, it's just like a wave of like blue, blue storm, I guess. But it's just the way this animated, the way that it's shown, the sound effect as well is just different. A little bit less impactful in SE2. Here we go. So we are catching up. But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Acer313. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. We do appreciate it. Gifted subs to Bez Bosnick, to Gamergaz, to Roctopus, 8-Bit Dan, and Captain Danger. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft, whether it's SE2 or Brood War. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. It looks bigger also. I think that's just visual though. I think that the radius is quite similar between them. I could be mistaken though. Could be mistaken. That said, the AoE radius on SE2 Storm is much clearer. It is, it is. Oh. But here we go. Oh, the vetoes are being reset, and I should set up myself as well. Hold on. As we are now embracing a best of 3. And we have yet to crown our champion. Oh boy. Again, it comes down to this final series here between these two players. Very clearly, very well matched between each other. Again, the best Terran in StarCraft Evolution up against the best Protoss in StarCraft Evolution as well. They're facing off. Do we get another ace match? But I mean, I hope so. Do hope so. Game 1 is going to be in Whispers of Gold. Game 2 is going to be Sylphid, and Game 3 is Ley Lines. Oh wait, no, sorry, my apologies. Game 1 is Whispers, Game 2 is Ley Lines, Game 3 is Sylphid. Okay. All the more unorthodox maps have been vetoed, the larger maps as well. We're getting rid of all the 4-player spawn maps. They're not a part of this. So there's no Citadel, there's no Troy, there's no Monty Hall, Neo Isles of Siren. None of that. We're embracing the smaller maps instead. Oh, and here we go. We're jumping into game number 1. A Classic is going to be rocking the SC2 Protoss to kick things off. Let's go. I have a horrible crime to admit. I ate a duck for some. You ate a duck? I stand. You're an animal, Pap. You're an animal. Oh my god. How could you? How could you? The poor patito. Oh my god. The poor duck. You're an animal. Leave the duck alone. But here we go. We're getting into the final best of 3. And will Spirits reign dominant? Or will Classic be able to bring it back? Here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the Polish Terran player, the Brood War Terran. It is Spirit. He has been the one to beat. And spawning at the top left-hand corner, we have the contender, we have the would-be challenger, the would-be usurper, the South Korean Protoss player rocking SC2 Protoss. It is a Classic. Here we go. And Classic, we start things off with some cheese with a proxy. Let's go. Setting up for our proxy gates. Meanwhile, Spirit back at home. No CC first. Going to be able to, I would imagine, a Rax expand build out of Spirit. We'll have production to work with, thankfully. The gateways are on the way. No gas. No gas is here for Classic. Going to be a 2. Okay, gas is now being taken, so just 2 gates. Just 2 gates here. Initially Zealots, followed by Stalkers. Gas being taken for the Cyber Core. And Classic confirms no CC on the low ground. No CC first. And only 1 gas is being taken, so just Rax into expand, delayed factory, which is going to be more ideal for Classic. It's going to be ideal. Gas is being mined from. We're waiting for that Cyber Core. There it is. Cyber Core is on the way. And the goal here for Classic is cancel the expansion. If he can cancel the natural, he's good. Can he cancel the natural base? I mean, ideally, cancels the natural and just kills Spirit. True. Just straight up kills him. As initially, he might just be tempted to delay the CC, then rush up into the main. Depending on the setup. Spirit SCV scouts, he confirms no expansion. And he should also confirm no gateway. Cyber Core. Only 1 pylon. Something is wrong. Bunkers on the way. Bunkers on the way. Is where something is amiss. Nice kiting initially here. Able to engage ahead of time. But the boys are being pulled. The Marines, they almost get pounced upon. Almost. Nice control. Oh no! 1 Marine goes down. Massive pickup. Gets 1 Marine. And the bunker is still seconds away. Stalkers are filing in. Here come the Stalkers. The bunker, it looks like it's going to finish though. Up. Just barely. Just barely in time. The bunker does complete. But Stalkers, they bypass the bunker. The CC completes as well. Spirit looking good. Spirit looking solid. Does finish the command center. No cancel, no denial. Tank production has begun. Siege mode is on the way. And so far, Spirit, he's holding well. He's holding well. As for now, this should be eventually cleaned up with the tank. There we go. The tank has arrived. We'll zone away the army. I say that. We come in with a concave. He wants a tank. He wants it. The mass repair. Will it keep it alive just barely for 1 more volley? Just the 1. As this means that Classic can just maintain control of the natural, of the low ground. No mining whatsoever. Second tank is on the way. And again, behind this, Classic just expanding. Like, this is what's important here. What's important is not that Classic is killing Spirit, but he's just denying mining for as long as possible, delaying the economy while he takes his own. That's what's important here. And still no mining. Oh. Almost getting another worker, another Marine. Adepts a shade in towards the main. There is no wall. And he commits. And still even more denied mining time. No economy here at a Spirit. Barely mining is natural. Getting 3 more SCVs. Getting 4. 4 SCV kills. Adepts they shade in once again. They just don't stop. Getting Marine. Getting 2. Getting 2 Marine kills. He wants another SCV. This time he will not get it. Less successful shade this time. And Spirit holds. Whew, okay, Spirit he does hold. Behind this, Classic getting saturated on 2 bases, working towards his next step. A Blink is on the way, 2 more gates and a Dark Shrine. Let's go! Going for the Dark Shrine, going for the DTs. Spirit, meanwhile, embracing mech. Spider-Mine's on the way. Soon to be a second factory. Oh, does sneak up here on the Stalkers. Gets 1. We're gonna get 2 even. Oh, 1 more shot. Does get it. 2 Stalkers go down. Nice trade here by Spirit. 3rd TC's on the way. But I don't see a comstat station. Yeah, no comstat station. 0 detection so far. Is Spirit going to get a safety turret? That's the question here. eBay's on the way. True. He's getting the eBay. There's a second factory, as you mentioned, going into mech. But we're going to need that turret. Otherwise, the game could just end. We've seen the game end before here. 2 just invisible units. Whether it's Banshee, whether it's DT. Getting high ground vision. Diving into main. Ooh, the punish though. Nice Spider-Man shots. They pop up. Meanwhile, the 3rd factory is going to be denied. That's a kill, not a cancel. Brutal pick up. Oh my god, another Spider-Mine! The Spider-Man that cracked! Jesus! Oh my god. That was 6 Stalkers for 1 SCV for a building as well, to be fair. They did kill the factory. But the punish was real. Again, respect the Spider-Mines. They'll mess you up. eBay is done. Do we get a turret? Do we have a turret? The answer is yes. There's 1 turret here at the natural. Very important, very crucial. DTs have warped in. And there is no warpism. There's no warpism currently, so there's no way to bypass the natural and go into the main. Spirit should be okay. For now. Should be okay. Classic, he did scout the turrets, is aware. More Spider-Mines being set up. Forcing back Classic. Spider-Man shots? Oh no. Spider-Mine. The mine, Papi, the mine. So we go Spirit now establishing his own 3rd base, getting another turret as well. Let's go, more detection. Getting a 2nd turret, Classic taking his own 4th base. There we go, Prism has arrived, and is there a turret in the main? 0 detection, 0 detection in the main base. DTs, they can wreak havoc. And Spirit, he's not ready for this. Turrets now being, it's too late here for the turrets. DTs, they waddle in, comstat stations now on the way. DT gets deflected. Brutal supply block here for Spirit. It's supply block going for the add-ons. The main army ready to dive in at a moment's notice. And machine shops are going down. They're quite tanky actually, I'm a little bit surprised. There's a skin! Okay, compensation is done just in time. Saves the add-ons actually. At the same time forcing a recall. Vultures, they dive into the mineral lines. Not bad. 5 probes. At the same time, oh god, the SCVs came back too soon. Where's the scan? Too little, too late. 11 SCV kills. Ay, ay, ay. No turrets. We need the turrets. Okay, that was insane damage. Forcing friendly fire. Getting 15 SCVs. Oh my god. 15 workers going down. And Classic is all over this. Massing up his army. More Dark Templar. Pushing out with the Stalkers, with the Zealots as well. And Spirit, he's in trouble. He's hurting. Spirit, he's so heavily reliant on these spider mines. If the spider mines don't connect, then it could just be over. Here we go. Classic, he commits. Up. Massive spider mines and the Zealots. Zealots go down. First tank falls. Second tank as well. And so does the third and the fourth. And Classic, he has enough. He breaks through. Another spider mine connects though. And with that, he barely holds on. Spirit, he holds. Mate, the spider mines were the MVPs. They honestly, they did more damage than the tanks. Warp it into the main. More CV kills. Goliath going for the prism. Prism is going to go down. One more shot. Oh my god. Prism falls. Spirit, he's holding. He is holding on. It's been a tough hold for Spirit, but he will survive. Behind this, rushing in, this time with detection. It cleans up all the spider mines. There's still some left over here at the third. Sorry, at the natural, but none at the third. Spirit is still trying to stabilize, still trying to hold on. Oh my god, it runs into the main army. Tanks are sieged. Classic rotating over towards the fourth. Pushing it from both sides. Ooh. So again, takes another spider mine to the face. We need a scan. That observer's been brutal. The fourth base is denied. If the Classic's not careful, it's going to be a one-way trip. He has to get out of here. He has to pull away. Oh my god. Takes the mine shots to the face. Directly to the face. GG goes down. Classic does reinforce. And this time he's got his detection. And tanks are exposed. Spirit out of position. And he might just be overwhelmed. Even forcing friendly fire. It dies on 40, gets one of the tanks, gets two. There's two tanks left. And Classic, has he done it? Reinforcements are on the way. It's still going to be close though. It's still quite close. Archon barely goes down. Turret falls. And Spirit, he has SCVs, but he doesn't have an army. Barely rocks up though. Up. Pulls back the tanks. Does pull back, nice control. More cells rallying in. The spider mines. Oh my god. They graze the army. And Spirit, he's holding. He's barely holding on. No more zealots, no more immortals. Just pure stalker. Great for the CC. Great for the expansion. Trying to throw down the spider mines. Trying to. So far, holding the line. Meanwhile, another Stalker army coming in. So they rush in to reinforce. That's where the spider mines come in. Oh my god. Do we come into play? Spirit defending well, still losing 16 SCVs though. But he could afford to lose some. Not all of them though. Not all the SCVs. Melee reaction. Oof. Tank goes down. Cells stay force friendly fire. 32 SCVs going out. Oh my god, that is insane. The friendly fire. Spirit getting across the map, at least trying to. Gets into the mineral line, but is going to be shut down. The spider mines that work against the Terran. 34 SCV kills. Insane. And Spirit is knocked down to 3 bases. Classic getting a 5th. Spirit just stuck oversaturated. Yo, this one observer, by the way. This one observer. It's done so much for Classic. When it comes to handling himself here against these spider mines. Spirit trying to get some counter damage. He gets 5 probes. It's something. Not stopping. Keep sending it across the map. Let's go. It does that behind the mineral line. Jeez, the minefield here is insane. But also necessary. Very necessary to survive. Likewise, vultures into the main. Getting more probe kills. Oh! Marshall goes off. Again, doing so much damage. All it takes is one mine. Meanwhile, 20 probe kills. Spirit, he's doing it again. Yo, we saw this previously on Stilfid. When Spirit was behind and he clawed his way back in with just mass harass. 24 probe kills. The vultures, they're popping up. Again, 2 shots to kill a probe. That's all it takes. He's on hold position. Classic, he avoids the army. He avoids the vulture. The vulture popping up, getting 28 probe kills. And still not done. More vultures across the map. They just keep rallying in. Oof. And Classic, he doesn't want to, but he responds to his main army. He has been building immortals, though. That's a lot of immortals. Likewise, that's a lot of tanks. How many? 19 tanks. Gonna dive in. That third base is gonna be denied. Yeah, Zealots are cleaned up again. The tank line is insane. And Spirit, he holds. He shuts down the army. He shuts down the immortals, the zealots. 44 probes going down. That is crazy. And he's still not done. There we go. Finally, the final vulture does fall. But 44 probe kills. Spirit, he just finds a way. And again, Classic just didn't take it seriously enough. Did not take it seriously enough. And here comes the army. Here comes how many? 19? 24 tanks? It's almost a pure tank army. Now, against Zealots, this is going to be a little bit awkward. We do need some support for the tanks. At this point, do they support each other, or are they their own downfall? I can see it already, like Zealots coming in for a surround and like forcing friendly fire. Like, pure tank is a very fragile army. Like, it's a lot of firepower, don't get me wrong, but I would like some vultures here. Just saying. Base goes down. At the same time, going for a counterattack. They get into the mineral line. Tanks are moving forward. Vulture setting up so many spider mines back at home. Again, that observer putting in a lot of work. Tanks are pushing in. No man's else to defend. And going for another massive vulture counterattack. The vultures, they pop up. Catching more probes. Workers, they tried to escape, but last they get caught out by the vultures instead. And the tanks, they hold back at home. Vultures have to get the hell out of here. They do pull away, more bases falling, and Spirit, he has this. He's clawed his way back into this massive warping into the main. Oh, I say massive. DT warping into the main with a couple of zealots. There's not really much to deal there. Not really much to kill. Spirit up 30 supply. This time he has support. He's got his vultures. He has mines. He's set up. Jesus, so many mines in the blink of an eye. They all just get set up. Likewise being cleaned up as well. So also diving on top of the tanks is what we spoke about. The tanks are exposed. They're going down. Very efficient trade here by Classic. Despite that, this saw a second wave of tanks. Prism still being active. Goliath now massing. Spirit, who had 24, now down to 14 tanks. He lost 10 tanks in this push. Fun fact, this proxy was here at the start of the game. It never got dealt with. It just never got dealt with. Wait, did he see it? He still hasn't scouted it. Oh my god. The entire 20 minutes. GG gets caught, and Spirit, he does fight back. He puts a point on the board. GG. Whew, that proxy 2 gate was there the entire game, never got scattered, never got seen, never got dealt with. GG, Spirit, he does take a lead in the series, and Spirit is now 1 game away from taking the finals. 1 game from becoming our champion. Very intense game here. Classic had his own moments, of course, where he had gained map control, he was containing his opponent, but those vulture run-bys, they got out of hand. Very clearly, we saw that Classic wasn't really paying them much mind. Classic, he was like, oh, you know, it's like a vulture here or there, whatever. Like, I can like warp in like a couple of Zealots, a couple of Stalkers, they'll be fine. But very quickly did escalate out of control. Got up to 44 probe kills, and even more, of course. And it was those handful of vultures that gave Spirit his lead. They gave him his lead, gave him a massive advantage. It wasn't even that many initially. It was just a handful of vultures, and they popped up. It was crazy. With that, GG, well played, and now we're getting into game number 2. Let's go. Let us go. Here we go. As we're loading into ley lines. And do we get an ace match? Or does it all end here and now? The pressure is on. Did I miss predictions earlier? I apologize if I did. I think I missed the predictions. No! Not like this. But here we go. Actually, I think I did. In the top right-hand corner of Leylines, we have the Polish Terran player, the Brood War Terran, leading the series 1-0. 1 game away from becoming our champion. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player from South Korea. Up against the wall, he has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is a classic. We've been live 6 hours. It's been a 6-hour cast. I'm pointing this out because I looked up and the sun has risen. Like, we started casting at 1 a.m. in the morning. 1 a.m. in the morning, and now it is 7:13. 7:13 in the morning. The sun is shining. I've yet to go to sleep. It's gonna be a rough day. It's gonna Let's go. Let's go. As Spirit, he does rock up here with a scout across the map, going for the eBay block. Let's go. We have the Brood War eBay block. CC first, actually. Okay, CC first and eBay block. Very greedy build here by Spirit. But the goal here is to force an overreaction. And Classic would just go for the unnatural natural. Does go for the unnatural natural instead. Classic moving out with the scouts. Spirit confirms the expansion. And he actually just lets the eBay finish and he just floated around. True. I mean, brutal eBays are superior to SE2 eBays, as they can actually fly. In StarCraft 2, they cannot. I don't know what happened to the technology. I don't know if like eBays, they got heavier over time. As like technology progressed, like the engineering bay just gained weight, so it just can't lift off. Or maybe, you know, like the Terran Confederacy to like cut costs. They got rid of the thrusters on an eBay. I'm sure there's like an in-game lore reason for it. Smooge. Smooge. But here we go. Oh my god, chat. Thank you so much, Acer. Acer313 for the tip, for the donation of $6.90. Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. As the eBay will actually delay mining. True. Blocks off 3 patches. Okay, inefficient mining here from these 3 patches. Not bad. Meanwhile, Classic going for his own proxy Stargate into Oracle Harass. What's the anti-air situation looking like here? We have a handful of Marines. Turrets on the way. Spirit.
Base is under attack.
The read. Not bad. Safety turret this time. Just in time for the Oracle. Now, there's no turret in the main. Bear that in mind. The main base is... there it is. Turret in the main as well. As Spirit, he did not scout the tech. He did not scout the tech. He does not know what's going on. Playing it very safe. The sun is shining, and so are you. Let's go. Let's go. After this, I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna get some breakfast. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna get some ramen and then go to bed and then wake up and get into some sparkling tuna. But now, again, the turret is in position, dealing so much damage to the Oracle. Oracle takes a lot of hits, gets one SCV, sorry, two SCVs. Oh no! Oh, two SCVs going down. Goliath's on the way. Jesus. Classic playing with fire. Second Oracle also in production. Second Oracle's in production. Right, because of the eBay block, it means that we can actually afford the earlier turret. That's why we had it. Because of the eBay. Let's go. It's all coming together. It all makes sense. Bunker is complete. Double Oracle into the main. There is a Goliath in position. Yeah, the Goliaths are online. Likewise, you have Goliath range on the way as well. Opening Goliath. It's what he likes, Pappy. It's what he likes. What he thrives on. Spider-Mans, they don't quite connect. Not this time. Likewise, getting behind the middle line as well. This time he's going to get cornered. And the Stalkers, there's no way out of this. I mean, again, there is no blink. Ooh. Oracle goes down. Mass repair here on the Goliath. Goliath will fall as well. And how's the trade look here towards the end? As not many SCVs go down. Oof, that was one SCV kill. One SCV, 3 Goliaths for 4 Stalkers, an Oracle, and a Zealot. A better trade for the Terran. Much better trade. Tanks are building up. There's still one Oracle, thankfully, to harass. Still the one Oracle. Back at home, Classic getting up to 3-way saturation, taking into Blink, throwing down extra gateways, forward for +1. Very Blink heavy composition. He's moving out. Blink is about to finish. Blink is about to complete. He's got his 6 Stalkers. Gets a Revelation off. And Classic, he wants that tank. He wants it. And he's going to get it as well. Tank goes down for 1 Stalker. Better trade for Classic. Much better trade. Oh. Once again, moving forward. Once again. Oh my god! The mines! The mines do punish somewhat, but no, the Stalkers, they survive. And Classic is overwhelming. He does overwhelm, does break through. Tanks go down. There's almost nothing left. There's a tank on the high ground, but SCVs are falling left and right at the same time. So he attempts to run by, attempts to counterattack. But alas, the main army has fallen. The mines, they didn't do well enough. Not this time. I mean, 11 probes did go down across the map, true. 14 SCVs also falling. Taking down the gas geysers. Classic behind this can get a 4th base. The Vulture Harass continues. Vulture's natural. Vulture's at the 3rd. Spirit, he's fighting back. At the same time, barely, oh my god, barely holding on the Spider Mines once again. They catch out the Stalkers. And Spirit holds. Spirit, he does hold, setting up his defensive position here once again with a line of tanks, line of Spider Mines. 4th CC on the way. Back to saturation. See Clash trying to bait out those Spider Mines. Does bait some of them out. Forcing friendly fire as well. Gets one of those tanks, gets the second, gets all 3. All 3 tanks go down. Ideally, Spirit wants to bait the army in. This time, Classic doesn't fall for it. Not this time. Ooh, tank boy's going up. Vultures, they do punish. Up! Like by so did the Zealots. Still being dragged in. Oh my god. Yeah, no, the blink, no! Once again, it gets baited in. The blink gets punished. And Spirit holds. Spirit, he does hold. Every time Classic, he aggressively blinks forward, there's always a Spider-Man waiting for him. But can he still pull this off? He's still reinforcing, still rallying in. We're running out of Spider Mines. Can Classic just brute force this? Can he brute force this game? Oh. Spirit is still trying to recover. Throwing down more mines. More mines, more tanks. Spirit, he's holding. He's surviving. Classic everything is whelping every time. Not even that. It's like the patience blinks where he sees a tank. Like it's very SE2 minded. Like I should emphasize that, I guess, here is that Classic in his career in SE2, whenever he sees an exposed tank, like everything within him is like blink. It's like dive in, go for the dive, get the free tank. But here for Brood War, because of the spider mines, like the punish is real every time. Almost every time. Where he blinks in and then bam! Everything explodes. Everything does explode. So Classic gets to like fight back against that like innate feeling of blinking in. Oh no. And Spirit is slowly pushing out, slowly taking a fourth base. Again, Spirit recovering. Likewise, Classic now finally taking up towards Archons, towards Immortals. No major form of splash damage yet. I mean, he's up against Mech, so it's going to be all about Charge Archon Immortal. Likewise, Spirit just establishing his kind of area, his contested location. Now getting to Goliaths. As for the anti-air. Do we have any comsat stations? Like Spirit, he is very like we've spoken about this before. I remember in StarCraft Evolution, in the SEL 4 Championship, Spirit he never makes a comsat station. Like never. Only if he needs to. Remember, he reactively made them against the DTs previously. It's like made. I mean, there's no. Sure, it does disrupt your like SV production, but still, it'd be nice to have some scans. Just to hunt down things like the observers. Getting eyes on the army positioning, the bases. Just saying. It'd be nice. It would be nice. Classic is pushing in. Behind this, +1 air attack is only being this done, and we're working towards Sky Toss. Oh my god, making use of the proxy. Proxy carrier, let's go. Carrier production has begun. Once again, the proxy was never dealt with. Oh. Dragging some of the mines. Zol dropping to the mineral line. Yeah, SV's going to be going down. Bit of a late reaction from Spirit. Jesus, he reacts with everything. The mass on siege. A bit of an F2 it almost looked like from Spirit. And that does create an opening. Spirit, calm down. Setting up with the front lines. Does leave a Goliath back home to defend. And here comes the push. And hazard a guess, how many tanks? Alright. I'm gonna say 30. 29. Oh, I was so close. 29 tanks. I was so close. 29 tanks here for Spirit. Let's go. Is moving out. Goliath to reinforce. And it's all or nothing with Spirits. Now bearing in mind that the carriers are massing up. And limited anti-air. But the tanks they push in. Zelslam coming from behind. 3 tanks going down. Nice catch. Ooh, massive tank boys here on the Immortals. And the Immortals, they're gonna melt. Yeah, massive connections. But where's the anti-air? Back at home, making 11 Goliaths at a time. Ooh. Carrier goes down though. Carrier does go down, and Spirit, he's snowballing out of control. Again, he's hit critical mass. 29 tanks. Like, what do we do against this? Sure, we had a couple of carriers, but I mean, hey, the Goliaths, they dealt with it. They dealt with the carriers. Army's moving in. Now we're down to, what, 23 tanks? Mate, Thors ain't got nothing on Goliaths, mate. Goliaths, they're more mobile, more micro potential. They're not clunky, or less clunky, I should say. Here we go, Zelsay, dive into the tanks. Once again, the tanks were exposed. But what about the Goliaths here? What about the second tank line as well? Oh my god. As the base is gonna fall, Spirit, he's still maxed out and he's hit his stride. Again, this is the power of Mech and Brood War. The power of Spirits. This is how he brought down Skillus. This is how he made it to the finals of StarCraft Evolution, of the full championship. With his Mech, papi. Let's go. SC2 Terran players be envious because Mech is never going to look like this in SC2. It's that's Goliath. They start to step forward. They take down the carrier. There's 2 carriers remaining. 12 SCVs going down. Up. Carriers have to get the hell out of here. They have to pull away. Oh my god, the stutter stepping. They just get chased down. They take a lot of hits. Behind this, more tanks getting into +3. Carriers, they try to escape. They're not going to be able to. Yeah, no shot. There's no escaping the Goliaths. They get chased down. Proxy gets found, finally. And here comes Spirits. Now, how many Goliaths? Go say 32. 32 Goliaths. Let's find out. 35, god damn it. 35 Goliaths. Oh my god. Once again, mate, you might nerf. Fun fact, Spirit, he got the Goliath nerfed. The Goliath was nerfed, by the way. Post-December, post-StarCraft Full Championship. Despite that, Mass Goliath, once again, he doesn't care. He makes it work. Classic going for the base trade is the only way. Going for the base trade instead. Brings down the natural. Army's moving in. The natural does fall. And Spirit, does he turn around? He's going for top left. Going for the final mining base of Classic. As Classic, he may have fought back here in the best of 5, but here in the best of 3, no shot. Spirit, he's here. He's here to claim his win. Classic, he will actually break into the natural though. Goliath against this Archon composition. They do fall. Okay, we have a full base trade. Let's go. Spirit's turning back around. He's racing back home. Does have more CCs on the way. SCVs are falling. Classic busting into the main. And Classic, he can always recall. True, he can always recall back home. He has recall. Tanks trying to hold their own. Oh, they get an Archon. One Archon goes down. Second Archon almost. CC force a lift. And the Goliaths, they're back. They're back. 31 Goliaths. They return. They're starting stepping in. Yeah, Vultures are behind as well. We get a full surround. There's no escaping this. There's no recall. And Classic, he will lose everything. He fought his heart out. Again, it's been a 6-hour tournament. GG gets called. And Spirits will claim the 2-0. He will be this month's StarCraft Evolution League champion. GG. GG, well played, Spirit. He will claim the win here. Again, a crazy tournament up to 6.5 hours here. Went all the way to the grand finals, went all the way to like even the secondary series as well. Again, we had the initial best of 5 at Classic. He clawed his way back in from the lower bracket. He did claw his way back into that finals as well. Spirit, he was up 2-0. He was up 2-0, and then Classic, he was able to force the ace match and win it in the end, forcing another series. But here, Spirit, he popped off. 2-0. 2-0 in favor of Spirit. GG, well played. Flexing with his SE2 and flexing with his Brood War as well. With the mech. Ah, with the mech, papi. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Spirit, as again, Spirit, he was coming in as the top player in the bracket in the tournament. Again, he came second place in the last big championship of StarCraft Evolution, came second only to Dark, and here Classic was a good challenger. He was a good challenger. He was a good contender here. Classic was able to actually be the only... Classic was the only one to take maps of a Spirit. The only one to take maps. No one else could touch him except for Classic. In the end, Spirit did take it, but Classic, he was a worthy contender here. Was a great finals, a great series, a great back and forth as well. GG, well played. It was an amazing tournament, and I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. It's crazy. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Oh my god. He's catching up. Glass, they own the carry. They do. They do. Does this have the upgrade where Glass fire ground and air at the same time? I believe that's a co-op upgrade, right? Or like a campaign upgrade. Yeah. Whew, but GG, well played. Yo, shout out to Caprulu in the chat, by the way. Caprulu Kai, as I believe... Sorry, Caprulu Cat. As I believe they are one of the big names behind this mod, behind this tournament. I'd say behind the mod, behind StarCraft Evolution. So thank you so much, Caprulu Cats, for all that you do for the scene, for the community, for StarCraft Evolution. Thank you so much for all the work behind the scenes. And yeah, I mean, we did notice as well, you know, a new simulator was added, a new spawning pool as well in the latest patch. So thank you so much. Otherwise, GG. Congratulations. And again, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves watching this event. It is a special monthly tournament. Bear that in mind. The next StarCraft Evolution is going to be next month. But if you want to tune into maybe some of the previous events of this tournament, then check out our YouTube channel. Exclamation mark YouTube or socials in the chat. You'll get a link to our YouTube channel. All the VODs are available. All the VODs are uploaded. All the VODs are live. Plenty of content on YouTube. And if you maybe tune in a little bit later, again, this was a long event, I do recommend checking out the previous matches because we had some crazy series here and a lot of fun, featuring not just Spirit and Classic, featuring Shin, and featuring 3 Point, Geralt, Milky Cow was a dark horse. Winding it back here, actually, let's have a look at the bracket itself. But we did not expect Milky Cow to perform as well as he did. Milky Cow, he had a crazy run here in this tournament. From the bottom of the bracket, Milky Cow, he went down to Spirit, and Milky Cow, he took down Young Yakov, took down Rumiath, took down 3 Point, went all the way to top 3 before falling to Classic. But Milky Cow, he had a crazy performance here. Very impressive. Did fall in the end, but yeah, definitely a player to keep an eye on in future tournaments, in future StarCraft Evolution Leagues. Definitely do check him out. And likewise, a big shout out to Hyper One. Hyper One, he is the man behind the tournament itself, behind StarCraft Evolution, the league, I should say, behind these weeklies and behind the big leagues as well. So big shout out to Hyper One for supporting the scene, for funding these tournaments, and for adminning and organizing the events as well. GG, well played. Big shout out to Hyper One. New cannon model, true, yes, and a new cannon model as well. Yes, new cannon model as well. Oh. Again, we just had a patch for the mod, what, like a couple of days ago, less than a week ago. So again, it's being actively worked upon, actively balanced as well. And do we need to nerf the Goliath again? Oh, no. This was the only game that we really saw, you know, Master Goliath in full swing for Spirit. And even then, like, it wasn't because of Master Goliath that it was popping off, but he was able to deal with the carriers at least very well. And GG, well played. Really solid performance here out of Spirit. And with that, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are wrapping up for the day. It is almost 8 a.m. in the morning. It's time to get some breakfast and pass the hell out. If you enjoyed the broadcast, if you want some more CranKy Ducklings, bam! We have you covered here with... Oh, there we go. With, sorry, that is a little bit... There we go, a little bit spaced. We have you covered here with our weekly schedule. We have our schedule here for you. Again, jam-packed. We have 2 casts a day every single day. We just wrapped up with StarCraft Evolution, and our next broadcast is going to be the Sparkling Tuna Cup. That is going to be in 11 hours time. I should say even 10 hours. In 10 hours time, we're going to be live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. I'm going to get as much sleep as possible before that, before jumping into it. Oh, sorry, not 10 hours. It's going to be in 12 hours. That's it. Sorry, 12 hours time. 12 hours time. We have Sparkling Tuna Cup at 6 p.m. KST. And I'm not going to be alone. I'm going to be casting with Kozan. Kozan, of course, he is an ex-Alpha X caster. And Kozan did reach out, did want to cast together at one point or another. And it's happening. It's happening here. Myself and Kozan, we're going to be covering the tuna together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful, I'm sure. Otherwise, we'll see you guys whenever we see you next. Again, our schedule is jam-packed. We're always live with something, so whether you can catch us live or catch us on YouTube, check out those VODs, as I'm sure we have something to entertain you at one point or another. Otherwise, thank you so much. And stick around. We're gonna be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live? Who is live at the moment? Who is live? Who can we send everyone over to? Who can we send everyone to support? Let's see. There is Uppatry. Sal is streaming, but he's got a lot of viewers. We could raid Sal. We could raid Juggernaut Jason. I see Kalassi is live. Vindicta Miguelito. Oh, we gotta give it to Miguelito. We have to. He did raid us the other day, so we're gonna give some love to the StarCraft 2 Terran player. Give him some love, give him some support. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego. Until next time, get some rest. Get some food.